Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on blood, starring Dax from Deep Space Nine as a mother who does terrible things to save her child. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited is free. So this is an interesting premise because it has something to do with a strange tree that the mother and son discover one day. And they say something gets inside the son from the tree. It's like an evil tree. There it is there. And then later, see, everything around it's dead. It's like it's sucking all the life out of the forest. And then later, he's attacked by a dog that is also possessed. So at first I thought, well, maybe this is a werewolf movie. And they figure out, like, he needs blood now. So he drinks some blood and he's instantly better, and she's the only one that sees it. So, of course, she starts stealing blood for him, but it's not enough. And he starts to say creepy things like, I like it when it's warm. She starts killing rabbits and draining them and feeding them the blood, but it's not enough. He keeps saying, I want more, I want more, I want more. It's never enough because this is a supernatural thing. And he, of course, is becoming either a vampire or some kind of demon or not sure. Not sure what it is. It's something to do with this tree. So the question is how, and he eventually ends up killing somebody, I think, or maybe possibly multiple people. And then the question is, can Dax from Deep Space Nine save her son? I don't know if they'll save him in this. I mean, again, what the hell? Clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Let's see if we got any credits here. I don't think we do. No credits? I hate when there's no credits. Anyhow, blood looks decent, I guess. I mean, it'll be a creepy movie. You know, a lot of people can't see this. It's children endangered. They don't want to see that. But it's not aimed at them. It's aimed at a younger crowd, teenage crowd. They're just looking for a gory movie to take their date if they're still going to the movies. Or, you know, stream it or whatever in the basement with your date and your friends and jump and snuggle up and, oh, I'll protect you. So, yeah. And again, it's kind of aimed at a younger crowd that would see this and identify more with the kid than they would with the parent. So probably won't hurt it in terms of its audience. And then there are just horror fans. They like horror movies. It's a little bit on the nose, I'll say. Goes right into it, you know, with the blood. Doesn't really tell you whether or not it's a vampire or whatever. I think by the end of the movie, she's draining her own blood just to keep him alive. But the question is, what is this tree? That's kind of interesting. I mean, it makes it a more interesting movie than just he was bitten by a vampire or a wolf. So I think it could be good, but I don't think the kid's coming back from murder. Like once the character kills someone, yeah, kind of can't come back from that. From yeah, here he is. Oh, he's got the eyes. Yeah, so I don't know. I think at the end of the movie, they'd probably kill him. Either that or no one dies. I think there's a scene where she actually kills a woman for him. Like, kidnaps her and brings her downstairs. I think it might be his grandmother, too, which is even crazier. So, I don't know if she intends to kill him in that scene, kill her in that scene, or she just has her tied up and she's tried to explain what the hell she's been doing for God knows how long, what gruesome steps she's taken to save her son, and in the process of keeping her tied up, he shows up and, like, kills her. So, I think if she does kill it, kill the son, it has to be her and no one else. But it's still kind of dark, right? It's a little too dark, but I do like Dax. I think she was a pretty good actress on Deep Space Nine. It was a shame not to see her in more stuff after the show went off the air, but she looks pretty good in this. Looks like she's acting well, and the kid, it all looks good. So if you like a crazy horror movie, I think this could be pretty good. First act, they probably move to a new town, discover the tree on a hike or whatever, and something happens, right? Something happens, and I think she works as a nurse. I'm guessing because she seems to have access to the blood bank in a section of the trailer. So they go on a hike. She has a daughter too. I think she's divorced. And, you establish the characters. Then they go on this hike and see this weird tree. Something happens. Not sure what. They go home. Later, he's attacked by a dog that also seems to be possessed. Kind of a double whammy there. And then he ends up in the hospital dying. The doctors think, oh my God, he's going to die. He's in really bad shape. And because he drinks blood, they're giving him blood. There's the dog. He suddenly, and she catches him doing it. He makes a miraculous recovery. And she puts it together immediately. Oh my God, he drank the blood. And so she steals a bunch of blood at first, thinking like, oh, well, I don't know why this is happening, but I could keep him stocked in blood. And then, of course, he's not eating, and he just keeps drinking blood, and it's never enough. And then she starts killing rabbits, and she escalates. Then she starts probably giving him her own blood, and it's never enough, and eventually he kills someone. And if you're going to go down that dark path, well, then she would commit the murders on his behalf or accumulate victims, but eventually it would all spiral down where she is forced to kill him and probably dies herself in the process. It's a very dark concept of a movie. So would I see it? Maybe. I do like horror, and it doesn't seem to be overly gross in terms of the gore, but it is a little dark. Somehow I find this less disturbing than yesterday's previous movie with it was more supernatural. Didn't even know what the hell the girls were committing murder as opposed to drinking their blood. Somehow this is, I think, less realistic. So I can overlook, because it's such an outrageous concept, maybe because she is a vampire or a werewolf or demon, and it's kind of something I can wrap my brain around as opposed to the other, where it was kind of left open, and it made it somehow creepier for me. Interesting. Yeah, so kind of hard to tell what's going to happen in the third act. But the first act will be the establishment. The second act will be her accumulating victims. And then the third act will be the resolution, probably with the son dying. Perhaps she becomes possessed as well, and then they both take off to go murder people across the United States, kind of thing. That she would rather be his minion and then, then leave him. That could be a dark ending. That could work. But it looks very dark. Very dark. So this is coming in 2023, probably in February or January, February. This is probably going direct to VOD. But I think it would be a solid entry, for horror fans. I think you'll like it. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be well acted. Looks like it's got enough stuff in it. Be worth it to see outside. It's not a particularly new concept, but the tree makes it a little different and gives it the outside. There is a chance she just saves him by destroying the tree somehow. Maybe sacrifices herself in the process of destroying the tree. Like the tree summons more dogs to attack her as she lights it on fire, and then she dies, and then he's cured, and then he goes on to live his life, but his mother's dead. But I'm sensing it probably ends a little darker than that. All right. That's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan, if she's still back there. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We got a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. As always, Christmas is here. Get your shopping done, and we'll see you in the next one. Ooh, that rhymed.